Nissan is upgrading its three-row Pathfinder for 2026 with 5 major changes that fix the current model's biggest problems, from fuel economy to technology, and here's everything you need to know. Number 5. Fresh visual updates. The 2026 Pathfinder is getting a comprehensive facelift that modernizes its appearance without abandoning the truck-inspired design philosophy. The most dramatic changes happen at the front, where Nissan is introducing a split headlight configuration that brings the SUV in line with current design trends. This split lighting setup creates a more aggressive, sophisticated face that signals capability while adding visual interest that the current model lacks. The grille receives updated texturing and trim pieces that enhance the premium appearance. Integration between the new headlights and grille creates a cohesive front fascia that looks intentional rather than like separate design elements fighting for attention. The lower bumper gets reshaped, which improves visual flow from the hood down to the road. The taillights are getting revised internal graphics that echo the front-end changes. The goal is to create design consistency from every angle, ensuring the Pathfinder looks equally modern from any viewpoint. What's important here is that Nissan isn't changing the fundamental proportions. Those work well for interior space and visual balance. Instead, the updates focus on details that keep the design current. The Rock Creek Edition benefits most from these visual updates, gaining even more aggressive styling cues. Unique wheel designs, additional cladding, and distinctive trim pieces will make the Rock Creek instantly recognizable as the off-road capable variant. The exterior updates are impressive, but they're meaningless if what's under the hood doesn't match the upgraded appearance, which is exactly why the powertrain changes are so significant. Number 4. Electrified powertrain arrives. The hybrid system represents the single biggest difference between the 2025 and 2026 model years, addressing the most consistent complaint from Pathfinder owners: inadequate fuel economy. Every time you pull up to a gas station and watch the pump climb past $60, $70, or even $80 for a full tank, that's money that could be going toward family vacations or college savings. While competitors have been offering hybrid options for years, the Pathfinder has been stuck with a gas-only V6 that struggles to achieve even 23 miles per gallon combined. Nissan is introducing a hybrid powertrain based on a 4-cylinder engine paired with electric motors. The combined output will match or exceed the current V6's 284 horsepower, while delivering fuel economy numbers that can actually compete with the Toyota Highlander hybrid. Early estimates suggest the system could achieve miles per gallon ratings in the mid-30s combined, representing a massive improvement that translates to hundreds of dollars in annual fuel savings. Anyone who's tried to merge onto a busy highway with a fully loaded SUV knows that brief moment of anxiety when you need immediate power, but the engine takes a second to respond. The electric motor fills in those low-end torque gaps, delivering instant acceleration that makes everyday driving situations feel more confident. This seamless power delivery eliminates the slight hesitation that sometimes plagues the current 9-speed automatic. Nissan isn't sacrificing towing capability to achieve these efficiency gains. The hybrid Pathfinder will maintain the impressive 6,000-pound maximum towing capacity that currently sets it apart from most competitors. The electric motor's instant torque actually helps with trailer launching and hill climbing, making the hybrid potentially even better for families who regularly tow boats or travel trailers. So the powertrain upgrades solve the efficiency problem. But what about where you'll be spending most of your time? The interior, which needs serious attention. Number 3. Upgraded interior presentation. The cabin receives targeted improvements that address owner feedback about materials and presentation. While the fundamental 3-row layout remains successful, the 2026 model elevates the visual appeal and tactile quality throughout. The steering wheel gets a complete redesign that improves both aesthetics and ergonomics, featuring updated controls and a more modern spoke design. Materials throughout the dashboard and door panels receive upgrades that enhance the premium feel without dramatically changing the overall design philosophy. The truck-inspired dashboard maintains its clean appearance but benefits from improved textures and finishes that rival what you'd find in more expensive vehicles. Nissan is paying attention to the surfaces people actually touch: door armrests, center console lid, and shift knob, ensuring they feel substantial. The color and trim combinations are getting expanded options that provide more personalization. New interior color schemes bring more visual interest to the cabin, moving beyond the safe combinations that dominated the current model. Storage solutions remain one of the Pathfinder's key advantages, with all the practical cubbies and bins that families actually use staying in place. The large center console bin continues to provide easily accessible storage for both driver and front passenger. Pathfinder. Also, second-row functionality maintains the tilting and sliding seats that make third-row access possible, even with child seats installed. The improved materials are great, but a modern SUV needs modern technology to match. And that's where Nissan made some of their biggest strides. Number 2. Technology advances. The 2026 model brings substantial technology updates that modernize the Pathfinder's interface and safety systems. Upper trim levels are ditching the analog gauge cluster in favor of a fully digital 12.3-inch instrument display. This configurable screen provides customizable layouts that adapt to different driving modes, showing the information drivers actually want to see. The infotainment system gets a significant overhaul centered around a new Google-based interface. This represents a fundamental shift in how Nissan approaches in-vehicle technology. Built-in Google Maps provides navigation with real-time traffic data and continuously updated map information. Google Assistant voice control works naturally, understanding conversational commands rather than requiring specific phrases. The screen itself receives improvements in size, resolution, and response time. Touch inputs register instantly, eliminating the lag that plagued earlier systems. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity expand across more trim levels. Picture driving through a busy parking lot at dusk, with kids darting between cars and cyclists weaving through traffic. Situations where split-second detection matters. The automatic emergency braking system gets improved sensors that better identify pedestrians, cyclists, and vehicles in various lighting conditions. Blind spot monitoring receives expanded coverage that includes trailer detection when towing, addressing one of the key use cases for three-row SUV buyers. Pro Pilot Assist semi-autonomous driving technology becomes available on more trim levels, while the lane centering system gets refined programming that reduces the ping-pong effect some drivers experienced. Adaptive cruise control integration with navigation becomes more sophisticated, reading road conditions ahead to adjust speed preemptively when approaching curves or hills. All this technology is fantastic, but none of it matters if the engine underneath can't deliver when you need it. And that's where the biggest mechanical change comes into play. Number 1. 4-cylinder replaces V6. The most significant mechanical change involves Nissan retiring the 3.5-liter V6 engine that has powered the Pathfinder for years. The replacement comes in the form of a turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine, following the path already established by the closely related Infiniti QX60. This might sound like a downgrade on paper, but the reality tells a different story. Think about the last time you needed to accelerate from a stoplight or merge onto a crowded highway. Those first few seconds of response matter more than peak horsepower numbers that only show up at high RPMs. The new turbocharged 4-cylinder produces similar horsepower to the outgoing V6, but delivers its torque lower in the rev range where families actually use it during daily driving. This fundamental difference means the new engine feels more responsive during the acceleration scenarios that matter most. Fuel economy improvements come standard with the new 4-cylinder engine, even before considering the hybrid variant. The smaller displacement and forced induction technology work together to extract more energy from each gallon of fuel. Combined with the 9-speed automatic transmission's updated calibration, the turbocharged Pathfinder will achieve better real-world miles per gallon numbers than the V6. Also, let's not forget that the reduced engine weight improves front-end balance and steering response. The smaller, lighter 4-cylinder sits lower in the engine bay, contributing to a lower center of gravity that benefits handling dynamics. The improved weight distribution also benefits ride quality, reducing the front-heavy feel that sometimes made the V6 model feel nose-down under braking. The 9-speed automatic transmission receives calibration updates specifically tailored to the Turbo 4's power characteristics. Shift points are optimized for the engine's torque curve, ensuring the transmission is always in the ideal gear for the driving situation. The result is a powertrain combination that feels more cohesive and refined than the V6 and transmission pairing it replaces. For buyers concerned about towing, the turbocharged 4-cylinder maintains competitive capability. While the 6,000-pound maximum might shift to hybrid-only models, the standard Turbo 4 will still handle the 3,500-pound rating that covers most family towing needs. The low-end torque advantage actually makes the Turbo 4 better suited for towing in many scenarios. The 2026 Nissan Pathfinder transforms from a mid-pack contender into a genuinely competitive 3-row SUV through these 5 substantial upgrades. The split headlight design and refreshed styling modernize the appearance. The hybrid powertrain finally addresses fuel economy concerns while maintaining towing capability. Interior improvements elevate material quality and visual appeal, while Google-based technology and enhanced safety systems bring the Pathfinder into the current decade. Finally, the turbocharged 4-cylinder replaces the V6 with an engine that delivers better real-world performance where families actually use it. Nissan isn't just keeping the Pathfinder relevant, They're giving it the tools to compete directly with segment leaders on merit rather than just undercutting them on price. With all these improvements, it's clear that the Pathfinder will once again be an important player in the segment. But if you think rivals are without trump cards, just check out our video about the changes on the 2026 Mazda CX-90. Mazda's flagship doesn't just look elegant, but also offers the kind of performance and driving experience that can make any premium badged rival run for its money.